I've tried a few augmented reality headsets in this job, and these are probably the closest to a practical consumer product I've seen. When I first tried these Nreal Light glasses almost 2 years ago at the CES Tech Show, I was quite impressed. They're light enough to throw in your bag, and they do give you these bright, crisp visuals overlaid on the real world. Now, they've finally gone on sale in the US, and I would say they're probably still a stepping stone product to full AR glasses, and here's why. The glasses have to be tethered to your Android smartphone to provide the visuals and also the battery power. Now that means you don't have to charge your glasses, which is great, but it will drain your phone's battery a bit quicker. It has built-in speakers and microphones and cameras in the front to track the room so that the visuals all stay in the right place where they're supposed to. And you have full freedom to get up and walk around and look at things, and the perspective changes as you move. It's really quite cool. The visuals come from two high-definition OLED panels in the glasses that are beamed into your eyes via the lenses, and the visuals really do look bright and sharp. It's like a projector is shining images on the walls around you. Now, the visuals don't fill your entire field of vision. Turn your head and things start to disappear. Nreal says the glasses have a 52-degree field of view, and in practice it means whatever you're looking directly towards is visible and things start to tail off in your peripheral vision. They've managed to squeeze all of this into a fairly ordinary looking pair of sunglasses, although whether you think these look fashionable is probably subjective. I've had a few people say these look like dad sunglasses, and also the meme sunglasses. They also sit quite high up on your nose and quite proud of your face, and they have to, because otherwise this black bar at the top, which is not transparent, would block your field of view. And they're also not the lightest. They're 112 grams, which is a lot more than a regular pair of glasses. So wearing them for long times, you start to feel they are a bit heavier than glasses. Nreal's developed an app called Nebula, which acts as your home screen, and you use your tethered phone as a remote to point at what you want and tap the screen to click. And you can launch mixed reality apps or pin web browser windows around your room. I tried this in the kitchen by pinning a virtual recipe to the wall, and then I could look at my cooking and then just turn my head and look at the wall and see my recipe. I suppose it was a little bit more convenient than having to check my phone and unlock my phone when I've got raw ingredients on my hands, but the trade-off is that you have to wear augmented reality glasses while you're cooking. You can also pin a huge virtual display on the wall, so it looks like you're watching TV or a film on a huge cinema screen, although I already have quite a big TV in my living room, and if I'm somewhere else, like in a hotel or on the train, I can usually get by just fine watching TV on my phone. There are obviously some games to play. One is this ghost shooting game where the ghosts are overlaid on your real living room, and another app turns your desk into a tower defense game so you can walk around and see in 3D. Now, these were definitely very cool to try, and I think anyone that has a go on this would say, oh, that was very impressive as a tech demo. I don't know how often you'd go back to these games. The graphics are sort of smartphone quality. They're like the mini games you might play to kill a few minutes on the tube, whereas I'm more likely to stay immersed in a story game that's hours long if I play on my console. With console games, I can also control all the action just by moving my thumbs a little bit. I don't have to get up off the sofa and walk around my dining room table. Perhaps with virtual reality, there's more of an argument for that because you're fully immersed and transported away to a faraway world. But with AR, I'm just projecting items onto my dining room table. I sort of think, what's the point? I've seen plenty of my dining room table for the last 2 years. For me, the real potential in this lies in productivity. Imagine being able to go to a coffee shop, putting these on, and seeing 3 huge virtual monitors so you could do some video editing without needing to bring a display with you. The closest I got was plugging this into my laptop, and the glasses then act as a second monitor, so I could look down at my laptop to see my timeline and then look up into the display and see the footage I was editing on a huge screen. Even though you can move around the room wearing these, they still feel like quite a stationary experience to me. I don't think you would want to wear these on your commute or while you're out shopping. They're not the kind of glasses where you are going to see notifications flying in or see real-world maps and directions superimposed on the street in front of you. It's just not that kind of augmented reality experience, although it's an idea of what we might get in the future. For that to happen, I'd expect these glasses to get lighter and obscure less of your field of view. You'd need to get rid of this tether, and you don't want to use the phone as a controller. You want some hand recognition, which Nreal is working on. Once some big companies like Apple and Facebook enter the space and throw their big apps onto the platform, you can really see the potential. But as an early entry into the space, it gives you a flavour of what the technology can do.